Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, the LampLighter, and welcome to your October love reading. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all doing well, and looking forward to reading for you. We're going to do, this is going to be your October reading, and it's going to be a general reading, so as usual, it won't resonate with all Scorpios, but take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your own intuition to determine what messages are for you from the universe. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So basically, if your energy is not here, I mean, it's not going to be everybody's story. And if your energy is not here, then check out your Moon, especially for love, or your Venus. Although I always check my Rising, which is Scorpio. And a lot of the Scorpio messages resonate with me. So anyhow, I am going to go ahead and pull 3 oracle cards. And then we'll get started with the tarot read. So October, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What are the energies from the collective for Scorpio for October in love? Scorpio, October. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What's our first energy? Balance. That's cool, Scorpio. Balance. That's a nice card. Balance, of course, is always the goal, and you really learn that when you take up the spiritual practice of tarot. You really understand how important balance is in everything in life. And it looks like you are in temperance, which is you're trying desperately to balance out something in your energy. So you're a little bit withdrawn, your energy's a little withdrawn, but for a good reason. For a good reason. You know, I was going to remind you guys, we just had a full moon in Aries. Excuse me, a card just fell on the floor. Okay. I usually only pull one of these cards, but these fell on the floor, and I don't usually take them on the floor, but these landed face up, and they just called to me. So what we have from the Quantum Tarot, we have teacher. So either you're teaching somebody or you're learning something. There's a teacher, you're in a relationship where there's a teacher-student type of reciprocal relationship. Maybe you guys switch off, but there's some teaching moments right now that are happening for you. You're learning a lot right now. You know how we talk about spiritual lessons? You've got them. And the reason I think you need, the reason why I just saw this and went, yep, that's for you, back and forth. You can see he's straddling a teeter-totter. And that just spoke to me about your temperance balance card. You're really trying to find balance in something, and you're learning lessons, and you're in a very searching mode right now, Scorpio, which is beautiful, really. But let's see what the tarot has to say. Actually, I still need to pull one more card from the Enchanted Map. Excuse me, my voice sounds weird. Hold on, I'm going to get a drink. Okay, let's get one more card from the Enchanted Map. Might give us a little bit more information. Okay, wishing well and movement. Okay, Scorpio, you have 5 cards on the table. Normally I only pull 3, so they all must be important messages. So let's go ahead and look at the last 2. I'm going to push these up so you can see them, I hope. The last 2 from the Enchanted Map are wishing well. So obviously there's something that you want, and you're trying to understand, gain knowledge about it so that you can balance out and make a decision, obviously, because you're not balanced. but there is something you want, and that's your goal, is to try to learn what you need to learn to make this successful. And then you can move forward. Movement forward. You're getting ready to make movement forward. That's what this is all about. And that's great. This is a 28 card. 8 and 2 is 10, which is a completion card. So whatever it is you've been back and forth on for quite some time, Scorpio, you are getting ready to you've learned your lessons. It's something that you really want, and you're going to move forward. Pretty cool. I just want to see if you can see those cards, and if you can't, I'll arrange them differently. Got a very small sort of working space here. Yeah, I guess you can. You can't read them anyway, so. Okay, so let's get the tarot out and see what's going on here. See what's going on with this teacher, teacher, back and forth, wishing well. I guess I just need to do it this way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I think we've got it. By Jove, we've got it. Right? All right, let's get some tarot on the table. Sorry. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, can I see some energies for Scorpio, my Scorpio friends? What's going on? What's the situation here? Can we please find out what the situation is? Okay, I've got hermit mode. So that kind of makes sense. Sometimes when we're trying to learn things and I was going to say, what's the challenge? It's the tower. The tower came out right behind the hermit. So you've got a challenge of some sort of divine intervention in your life that sort of is cracking everything wide open, and you're having to take a look. And that's what the balance and the teacher is all about. You're being shown some important things, and when you're in hermit mode, you're in the perfect energy to receive those messages. That's your wise sort of introspective energy, and that's where you are right now. And this is good. I mean, right before movement, I think it's a good thing, right? So what else what's causing this? What's causing this tower? What is this tower? Towers are typically 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is causing a tower for you, Scorp. You are. You've had a loss. You're regretting a loss, and it's a love loss. It's something has happened in your love life that has got you really down. The 5 of Cups is basically that energy of, regret, loss, unable to look towards the future, totally stuck in something that happened in the past. And even though there's 3 cups down here of spilled energy, there's still 2 cups left, but you're just too blue. You can't see it. But the sun's coming in, which is the tower. This is exactly why you're in hermit mode, because if you can see this, I don't want to get it too close because then it won't focus, but the tower, we get it down there. The tower, you can see the divine is sending something down to shake things up for you, wake things up. There's a message, there's something you have to learn, right? There's something that you need to learn. And the divine has decided that they need to help you learn it. So they're going to shake your life up a little bit. So, the tower can be good, but mostly, and especially when I see the 5 of Cups, it's probably a little bit painful. It's trying to wake you up. It's trying to get you balanced again so that you can move towards the things that you want. There's something you really want and you feel like you can't move towards it, or you haven't moved towards it. You've just been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's got to end. And you weren't ending it, so the Tower, the Divine's coming in with the Tower. What's on your mind? Five of Wands, the struggle, the fight. There's an internal struggle, or there's an external circumstance of people bickering and arguing, and it's just really hard for you. I think it's an internal struggle. I think it looks like internal to me because the Divine's having to get you to learn some lessons and you're not balanced. It's funny because the two enchanted map are like after you've learned everything and you've balanced, and all of a sudden like you begin to wish again, you begin to realize you can move forward. So it's kind of cool. But the lessons are not easy to learn. Lessons are, especially when they're from the Divine. The Heavenly Father is not exactly subtle when he wants you to do something and learn a lesson, right? So, and you know, it's difficult. It's really difficult. I dropped a card. Hold on. I'll try not to move the camera and smack the microphone and make all kinds of problems for you. All right, the card that fell would be what's in the past. Nine of Swords. You've been stressed out about this. You've been staying up nights. This is coming to a head, Scorpio. It's coming to a head. Let's see what's happening. What's going to happen here? What are the next actions? What's going on here? What are the next actions in the immediate future for Scorpio? Have we learned the lessons? Where are we going? What's happening? What's happening? Where are we going? How long are we going to be? Seven of Cups. All right. You're still in a state of confusion. You're still... okay, for the next little while, you're still going to be in the Seven of Cups. You don't know what to do. You don't know the way forward. Sorry, I thought I had my phone turned off. So you don't really know the way forward, which is difficult, right? So this lesson is a lesson in love. It's a lesson about somebody that you've been wishing for and you want to move forward with. But for some reason, you're back and forth, which tells me there's something you have to learn or heal. Look at this. Now that I see this, look at this hermit talking to this little boy. There may be some childhood trauma that you're working through, maybe a shadow side that you're working through. Whatever it is, it's for your good. And even though, and because you have been really stressed about this situation, and even though you're, you know, for the next little while in October, you're not going to be completely ready to make a decision. Let me just get one more card on the Seven of Cups and see if we can't understand why. Judgment. You have to make a final judgment about something. Something in the past. So do you see how the warrior is looking at the grave? No, I'm trying to get the ring light off these cards. That's him in the past. Something that he thought he had buried is back, and it's really given him, it's thrown him really off. And I think it's a love situation, since it's the Five of Cups telling us that's on his mind. And he's having a hard time figuring out the way forward. And that's what the Seven of Cups is. How should I do this? I think he wants to make amends with somebody, or go back and talk. You want to make amends, and you want to go back and talk to somebody. And you are... You're thinking on it. How do I do it? Because you know it's important. You know it's going to be a final judgment. And you know it's important to you. You've been through some lessons and you understand. Let's see where your energy is right now. That's a little bit towards the middle to end of month, this energy. So I just want to see what you're feeling right now. Scorpio feeling right now. What's he feeling about the situation? Four of Wands. Four of Wands is it's a commitment. It's a commitment card. It's either a marriage that you're contemplating. Maybe you're having a problem in your marriage. I don't know. There's something that's the Tower does split the house in half. So there's something happening in your life that's hard, very hard. The Four of Wands is also a card of celebration. It's a card of soulmates. It's a card of finding your twin flame. But in the context of what I'm seeing here, I suspect that you may be in a situation where you're making a final decision about a committed relationship that is having problems. And maybe it's a toxic relationship. I mean, if the divine is asking you to look at it, then you need to look at it. And you're in Hermit here. That's where you've been. But the thing is, you're still having a hard time with this judgment. You're still not 100% sure what to do. But this Four of Wands down here is how you're feeling. You're feeling, it's almost like you feel like the wishing well, like you're hoping for something. You want to make a commitment to somebody. I've got to get another card on how you're feeling right now. Ten of Cups. And it was in the reverse. So this is about a divorce. There's an end of a commitment coming. You're unhappy. You're unhappy in your commitment, Scorpio. And you're making some final decisions about that now. Okay? Sorry, but judgment is also about divorce, but it can be. So we've got Ten of Cups in reverse and the Four of Wands. That's a committed relationship that you're unhappy in. That's where you are right now. And all this teeter-tottering and all this learning and balance is getting you ready for moving forward with whatever it is that you decide to do. And you haven't decided yet. I'm feeling a little nervous about this message, so I wanted to you're still thinking about this final judgment here. But you're not happy. And Nine of Cups. So somebody else is looking at you as their wish come true. Wishing well. I just want to get one more card. The Nine of Cups is also a card of self-satisfaction, self-love, having time to focus on yourself, having time to realize what you truly want and what makes you happy. Okay, I think that's what you want. This wishing well is about you trying to understand, what makes me happy? Oh, Lordy. The outcome is justice. Definitely. That's divorce. That's the law. Okay, so this is for let me just say this because I'm getting a little freaked out. This is for a very specific set of Scorpios, okay? This is not for the majority of Scorpio. This is a very targeted message to a very specific group of Scorpios, okay? Not everybody's going to get divorced and have their marriage, fall apart. I just want to make that clear because I tell you, it's kind of a difficult message. Okay, sorry, I got up again. Okay, all right. So, let's see. I want to clarify this Nine of Cups. Excuse me. The cards, I'm sitting too far away from the table. The cards are, yeah. The Nine of Cups, to clarify the Nine of Cups, you have the King of Cups in the reverse, which means you are unable to express yourself about something that makes you really, really happy. This is your wish. There's a wish that can be self-love. Either there's something you really want to do, and it means a lot to you, and you're restricted, you can't do it, and it's your happiness, and that's a problem for you. Yeah. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you, Scorpio. So this is sort of a difficult message, and I thought maybe we would. Let's take a look. Let's get some other energies for you. Let's put these aside. I want to get some other energies for you out of the my favorite yin yangs. Let's see what's happening. What's this teeter-totter all about? Hold on, I got some other cards mixed in here. I didn't clean this deck up, which is really odd for me. Which tells me not to use this deck. Hold on. Hold on, I can't use this deck. I have to use this deck. Alrighty. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let us see. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get some energies for an understanding of the energies for Scorpios that I'm reading for right now. Oops, 3 energies popped. Okay. Muse. Lessons again. You're learning a lot of lessons right now, Scorpio. And there's somebody that's your muse. There's somebody that's guiding you. It has to do with this wishing well, I'm sure. But you have a muse, meaning somebody that's inspiring you to learn these lessons, right? And the next card is fear. You're afraid to move. That's why you've been teeter-tottering. There's something that you're afraid of in this moving forward, and it's got you pretty spun out. Summer, that's the sun. So the sun is with you. You know you're going to be happy, but you're fearful, and there's these lessons that you have to learn. Wow. Boy, if this is your reading, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's not easy. But at the end of the day, as hard as it is, you know that it's going to make you happy to learn these lessons and to move through this fear. I think the fear is what has you on the teeter-totter. And the lessons are going to help you get through the fear and get to your sun, okay? Get to your happiness. But there is somebody that is your muse, that is inspiring you to learn these lessons in life and to move past your fear of moving forward. Boy, this is specific, isn't it? Let me see if I can get any more energy. Any more energy for Scorpio? Okay, we've got guide under muse. So yes, you're working with your spirit guides. You're going through a metamorphosis right now. The butterflies are transformation, and that is basically the name of the game for Scorpio. The Scorpio sign is basically a symbol for transformation. So you're working with guides to do that, and that's great. So material world is important somehow. Money has also to do with this decision, okay? There's something to do with money, and that's what this fear is about, okay? But the lessons are going to free you. The lessons you're learning are going to free you. And listen to your guides, your muse, and could be spirit guides, could be your guardian angel, could be just the divine Heavenly Father. But this fear has to do with your money. It has to do with worried about your money. The next card I have is pride and ego. So part of why you're in fear and you can't move forward to this thing you really want is because of this pride and ego about this money issue. I think that whatever this is that you go through is going to impact your money. And if it's a divorce, that makes sense, doesn't it? And you have a lot of pride and ego about that. And you feel really victimized. You feel like you can't move forward. This is the victim card. You feel tied up, or you have. And that's what the lessons are here for. The lessons are here to help you and help you to move through that victimhood and find your tribe. Find your like-minded people. And then at the end, we have the divine masculine. So the transformation after the lessons is the metamorphosis is divine masculine. Divine masculine is the archetype of the masculine energy in the tarot. It's the partner of the divine feminine. I think there's a divine partnership that you're going to head to once you complete this change and this metamorphosis that you're going through. That because it's going to end up, the goal or end is you'll be the divine masculine. So it's going to get rid of your ego. It's going to help you with all that stuff, and that's great. I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's great. The answer is no. If you had an answer about this change, it's no. If you had a question about this change, it's no. No. Can't do that. Whatever it is you're thinking. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it says springtime. Maybe you're saying, is this the right time? Let's see. That's kind of vague. Oh my God. All right, we've got nostalgia, thinking about the past, somebody from your past, somebody that you're thinking about, and it's somebody that you want forgiveness from. You feel like you need forgiveness from this person, and that's going to happen this fall. We're in fall now. In the next few months, probably October. See the pumpkins? You're gonna ask this person for forgiveness in October, and that's gonna really set you on your path. Okay? Let's get some other cards here. I'd like to get some. Wow, that's heavy. Well, at least we kind of know what's happening with you. You want to move forward. You want to learn these lessons and go, go, go. All right, let's get I'm going to use these spellcasters. Actually, before I use spellcasters, no, I'll use spellcasters first, sorry. You can tell I didn't have a plan. I just wing it. I totally wing it on these. Even though they're my monthlies, it just feels more spontaneous that way. It's not like I have a set. So you're finding yourself. That's what this is, finding, transformation. Do you see the butterfly? You're figuring out who you are, Scorpio. I don't know if it's sort of late in life for that, but that's what you're doing. That's the lessons. Who am I? What makes me happy? You know, you're trying to figure that out, and that's a huge thing to do. And you need to do that. You need to achieve that 9 of Cups, which is your being satisfied with yourself before you can move forward with anything else. You really need to understand what it is. Before you make major decisions that impact your life, you need to find yourself and decide what makes you happy, right? And you may find it in friendships. We've got the friendship card. That's some advice. Find out who you are and look at your friendships. Maybe your friendships can help you. And, you can go through this change. I kind of call it the dark night of the soul, but you can go through this change of self-love and finding out, all those things anytime in life. In midlife, animals also could be healing for you, okay? So friends and animals could help you with your transformation that you're going through now. And the outcome of this is financial health. Do you remember that tower that came in, the challenge? Well, this is it regrown. This is once you've regrown that tower. And I think it had a lot to do with your money, that you were afraid of losing your money. And this is saying you're going to have financial health once you go through this metamorphosis. You're going to have that. Okay, there's one more thing I want to do. You know, we just had that full moon. I was talking to you a little bit about that at the beginning. And so I want to pull moon because October is a huge month for the moon. So we just had the full moon in Aries on the 2nd. And we're going to have another full moon in October. I think it's on the 30th. So it's probably, yeah, I think it's the 30th or the 31st. Very close to the end of the month. But what that means is there's 2 full moon cycles in the month of October, which is rare. And so it's one of those months where you need to be really focused on kind of what are your goals? What are your what things, let me put it to you this way, and I know you've heard this before. What are things in your life that are no longer, you know, to your benefit? I want to say that are no longer in your best interest. How's that? No longer serving you is the way to say it, but I like to say things differently. So it's time to breathe out, okay? So disseminating moon, breathe out. I think that's like about, it's just before the next full moon. Just take a breath, okay? You've been through a lot. Full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecasted. Balance, balance. Look at that. Balance, teeter-totter. Look at that balance, perfect balance. You also had justice as your final outcome, which is the ultimate balance, right? Justice is the ultimate in finding balance. It's also the law, which is why it has the scales, which is why I said that would be finding your balance in that. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Okay, so Scorpio, if you're part of your fear and part of your lesson is that you don't think you're good enough, maybe you won't have enough money, you don't have the best job, or whatever your insecurities are, don't let it hold you back from moving forward into something that you really, really want to do, something that you love, okay? Because you're good enough. You're more than good enough. When this comes out as telling you, you're more than good enough, do it. Go through the transformation and then find your happiness, okay? Very important. And then I'm just going to get your angel card here. This is from your guardian angel. So this is like a final piece of advice from your guardian angel. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I got 2. Hello from heaven. These cards are really shiny and they get quite a bright light on them. So I'm trying to keep that ring light from shining on it. Hello from heaven. Okay, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So if you recall, I know I went through this pretty quickly and I probably didn't mention it, but that you had the guide in that last group of cards out of the oracle, and this tells me that you're being guided by your ancestors. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessing. So they're helping you, and that's tough sometimes, right? To understand that ancestors are helping you, and it's hard to hear them. So just know that they're there and they're helping you, and try to feel their love. Archangel Raphael is saying healthy lifestyle, Scorpio. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for your optimum health. Well, don't we all need to do that, especially after this quarantine? I just lost my quarantine weight. It wasn't easy. Okay, so part of your transformation, I think, is taking better care of yourself. Part of your self-love is taking better care of yourself, moving into your transformation that you're going through and your series of lessons. I think part of that is learning how to take better care of yourself. You may have been in a situation where you were busy taking care of a lot of other people. It's time to take care of you, Scorpio. Okay, this is your October love reading, and we'll do a mid-month check-in with you since this was a little bit of a difficult reading. Okay, so I wish you love and light, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye, Scorpio.